Get ready for the action, because we are kicking things off with a major shakeup in Hollywood. We dive straight into the turmoil surrounding Call Her Daddy host Alex Cooper and the serious allegations surfacing at Trending. Reports are exploding about significant employee turnover and deep uneasiness among the staff at Trending, a company that includes Cooper's Unwell Network and Ace Entertainment. We're talking about serious claims that Matt Kaplan, Cooper's husband, has been allegedly yelling and berating crew and staff members, with specific incidents like the Winter Games program leading to formal complaints. This story is heating up as we look at the fallout from recent creative tensions involving Alex Cooper and Alex Earl, raising questions about the internal climate of the entire network.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Next up, we switch gears completely and look at the dazzling, yet complicated world of Hollywood film casting. Sydney Sweeney is dominating the headlines right now, not just for her recent appearances, but for a scene that has been completely cut from The Devil Wears Prada 2. Entertainment Weekly first reported that Sweeney shot a 3-minute scene for the sequel that featured her playing herself while dressing a celebrity client, Emily Charlton. This scene reportedly didn't fit the rest of the film's opening, leading to its removal, and we explore the context of Sweeney's massive presence, from her return in Euphoria Season 3 to her campaigns with American Eagle jeans. Now we move into the high-stakes, often murky world of film finance and legal battles. We are examining the slow-burn legal battle surrounding director Alan Elliott and the film Amazing Grace. This case exposes serious discrepancies in Hollywood accounting practices, with court filings revealing millions in legal fees charged to the film by Neon to defend itself against Elliott's lawsuit. We look at how Neon's financial statements show significant holes, including miscategorized expenses and questions about whether the distributor has been transparent about the movie's true profitability. And finally, we shift from the big screen drama to the theater scene as awards season kicks off. The annual shunning of Hollywood actors on Broadway has begun, and we investigate why major stars like Adrian Brody, Tessa Thompson, and Don Cheadle are being snubbed by groups like the Outer Critics Circle. We discuss the issue of gender-free acting categories and the tension between the desire for name stars and the resentment from theater people, setting the stage for the Tony Awards. Stay with us because this is your deep dive into the biggest stories shaping entertainment right now. Alex Cooper's media empire is facing internal turmoil, according to a new report from Bloomberg. Staff turnover and unease have reportedly emerged at Trending, the company encompassing Cooper's Unwell network of podcasts and Ace Entertainment, the production company founded by Cooper's husband, Matt Kaplan. The report alleges that staff members have threatened to resign or walk out, citing instances where Kaplan allegedly yelled and berated crew and staff. Specifically, the report points to an incident during Cooper's Unwell Winter Games, a YouTube program featuring influencers in physical activities and drinking games, where Kaplan reportedly berated the staff, leading to formal complaints. Cooper has not yet issued a public response to these allegations. This internal friction comes amidst ongoing speculation regarding a potential feud between Cooper and Alex Earl, host of the podcast Hot Mess, which was an early member of the Unwell network. Earl's podcast departed the network in February 2025, leading to whispers about underlying tensions. While the departure was initially kept private, Earl later described it as behind the scenes, a little bit of a hot mess. More recently, Earl reposted content criticizing Cooper's business acumen and interview style regarding vulnerability. In response, Cooper addressed the situation on TikTok on April 13th, stating she was tired of waking up and seeing Earl spread fake drama. Cooper called out Earl's behavior, asserting, "Hey girl, the passive-aggressive reposts and the likes and the commenting on things, I've got to call you out here. You're going to need to get specific and just say what you've got to say about me. There's no NDA. No one is stopping you. Stop hiding behind other people and just say it yourself." Earl subsequently replied on social media, "Okay on it." Despite these internal and external dynamics, Cooper's platform remains highly successful. Her podcast, Call Her Daddy, ranked as the fourth most popular podcast globally in 2025 according to Spotify's year-end list. Furthermore, Cooper secured a significant $125 million multi-year deal in 2024 to bring her podcast and the entire network to SiriusXM from Spotify. Sydney Sweeney is generating significant buzz in Hollywood following news of a scene cut from the upcoming film The Devil Wears Prada 2. Entertainment Weekly reported that the Euphoria and Housemaid star shot a 3-minute scene for the sequel that was ultimately removed from the Disney film. The scene featured Sweeney playing herself in a moment where Emily Charlton, played by Emily Blunt, is dressing a celebrity client, Sweeney. Reports suggest this particular scene did not align with the film's opening and was subsequently cut. This development follows earlier speculation about Sweeney appearing in the highly anticipated sequel after being spotted on set last year. Sweeney has been a prominent figure in recent weeks due to her recent return to HBO's Euphoria Season 3, where her character, Cassie, engaged in a provocative storyline involving fetish content on OnlyFans to fund her dream wedding. Additionally, she has served as the face of American Eagle Jeans, launching a new shorts campaign with the brand. The context for this news comes as The Devil Wears Prada 2 prepares for its May 1 theatrical release. The film stars Meryl Streep, Anne Hathaway, Emily Blunt, and Stanley Tucci. The plot centers on Andy Sachs, who returns as features editor, confronting Miranda Priestley, Streep's iconic character, and Emily, Blunt's character, Priestley's former assistant turned rival. The film is capitalizing on the success of Paul Feig's December hit, The Housemaid, which grossed nearly $400 million globally and spurred the greenlighting of the sequel. Disney and Sweeney's representatives have yet to issue an official comment regarding the scene cut. Behind Neon's slow-burn legal battle that may lay bare Hollywood accounting practices, the long-running legal dispute between director Alan Elliott and distributor Neon over the film Amazing Grace is drawing attention to opaque Hollywood accounting practices and the financial realities of independent film distribution. The conflict stems from disagreements over production expenses, revenue accounting, and marketing expenditures for the documentary film. In 2018, Amazing Grace achieved significant early success, setting a box office record at New York's Film Forum and qualifying for the Academy Awards. Neon acquired the film in a deal that included a $1.5 million advance, positioning it as a potential major release. However, a year later, the film struggled at the box office and ultimately moved to Hulu, leading director Elliott to sue Neon in 2022, alleging a series of missteps that undermined the film's potential and resulted in an inability to break even. The lawsuit has uncovered discrepancies in financial statements and millions of dollars in legal fees charged to the film by Neon to defend itself against Elliott's claims. Court filings indicate that Neon incurred $4.6 million in distribution expenses, categorized under broad labels like creative advertising and marketing and promotion. Furthermore, the company has reportedly accrued nearly $2.9 million in losses as of March 2025, with some sources suggesting the film is nearly $2.9 million in the hole. Elliott contends that Neon failed to properly account for revenues and costs. He specifically pointed to instances where significant consulting fees, such as $16,000 billed for digital marketing services, were charged to the film, raising questions about the relationship between the distributor and its marketing arms. Internal communications suggest oversights within Neon's growing accounting department, with finance teams struggling to keep pace with the volume of distribution expenses. The dispute also touches upon internal tensions regarding the marketing strategy. Elliott claimed Neon did not prioritize an aggressive Academy Awards push, while Neon representatives maintain they acted according to contractual obligations. Tensions escalated when Elliott took the lead on marketing, leading to friction with Neon executives. As the dispute progressed, Neon billed costs from an arbitration claim to the production, adding millions in legal fees to the total cost, a move that drew criticism from a state Supreme Court justice, who questioned the legality of charging these fees to the production under the distribution agreement. Alan Elliott, who financed the film personally, maintains that the financial reporting reveals deception. He seeks at least $5 million in damages, asserting that the accounting practices expose systemic issues within the distribution model. The case is viewed as a rare spectacle, potentially leading to the public airing of executive communications and providing insight into how creators can seek accountability in Hollywood financial dealings. Broadway is kicking off the awards season with the annual shunning of Hollywood actors in plays and musicals, a trend sparking debate over industry dynamics. The Outer Critics Circle has announced its nominees, featuring performances from Adrian Brody and Tessa Thompson in The Fear of 13, and Don Cheadle and Io Edebiri in Proof, both receiving critical acclaim. Notable absences include Mark Strong, a linchpin in Oedipus, and Alden Ehrenreich in Becky Shaw. The selection process is complicated by the Outer Critics' adoption of gender-free acting categories, which has halved the pool of potential nominees. Further snubbed projects include the musical version of Beaches and Tracy, Let's Play Bug, which omitted star Carrie Coon. Additionally, John Bernthal and Eben Moss-Bacharach, as well as Taraji P. Henson and Cedric the Entertainer, were excluded from Dog Day Afternoon and Joe Turner's Come and Gone, respectively. Hollywood-type stars found more opportunity in solo show categories, with Jean Smart, Daniel Radcliffe, and Sean Hayes being noted contenders. The report suggests a persistent tension in the industry. While Broadway relies on name stars for business, theater people resent this reliance, even as these stars seek recognition at the Tony Awards. The article concludes by defending the actors' dedication to their craft, stating that for performers like Brody, Thompson, Cheadle, Edebiri, Coon, and Strong, the motivation is serving the audience themselves and the art, while calling for smarter decisions at the Tony Awards.